Hi everyone. Change of pace this week. For a few months now I've been skating around all sorts of different park runs and trying to break 20 minutes, trying to go as fast as I can for as long as I can. And those who've been following this will know at Berwick Springs a week or two back I hit my goals. So now I'm looking forwards to what's to come. In just 9 weeks' time, I'm heading to the World Masters Track and Field Championships in Daegu, South Korea. So where the hell is Daegu, you may well ask. It's about 300 kilometres south of Seoul. I've never been to South Korea, so this will be a new experience for me. They did host some indoor championships there a couple of years ago, so hopefully they know what they're doing over there. But I'll be using the next 9 weeks to get ready for that. That will involve a few park runs, a couple of Athletics Victoria races to try and get to South Korea in the best possible shape. So I'm going to retitle this series The Road to Daegu. And hopefully some of you will find my journey there moderately interesting to see how I go at the end of the day. But to kick us off this week, my first episode in the Road to Daegu series is going to be off on a little bit of a tangent. One of my training strategies is to do an interval session every week, whenever possible, and quite often I do it down at the so-called Olympic Park Oval, which is the funny little track that they've put down in place of the old venerated Olympic Park close to central Melbourne. And it's a strange little track. It's a track that is 507 metres long. So hence this is the story of the 507 metre track. The old Olympic Park was constructed in 1956 for the Melbourne Olympics. It was the warm-up or training track for the Olympics. It lasted until 2012, until it was demolished to make way for the Collingwood Football Club training facility. The old Olympic Park was the scene of many famous events in Australian athletics history, none more famous than the fall by Ron Clark in the Australian Championships when John Landy stopped to help Ron to his feet in a sporting gesture that resonates until this day. The venue also held numerous championships, including the Zatopek 10,000 metres, where various Australian records were set, including one by Lisa Ondiki. Here I am at the now called Olympic Park Oval, and coming off Swan Street, the first thing you encounter is the statue of the famous Landy and Clark incident. Statue, I really like this, and one of the great events in Australian running history. Now it's time to have a look at the oval proper. It is the Collingwood Football Club training oval. They took over the old Olympic Park, but it's an open facility, so that means that the public can use it pretty much any time, day or night. And this is this very curious running track. It's actually 3 lanes. So we are left with a mystery. Why would anyone build a running track that is 507 metres long? Is it just a stuff-up, a mistake, a deliberate attempt to persuade people not to run on this track? I don't know, but the way it looks to me is they built the oval first. It was for the footballers, couldn't give a stuff about anyone else. They just thought, oh well, we'll put a track around the outside and who cares how long it is. But I suppose we should be grateful we have a track there at all, but it does make it somewhat awkward when you're trying to do repetitions of a fixed length. If you want to do 500 metres, you have to put a bottle or a cap or something down 7 metres away from the start to give yourself 500 metres. It's all a bit strange, all a bit crazy. I don't think we'll ever know why this track is 507 metres long. I suppose we just should be grateful that we have a track at all. So that's the story, as far as I can take it, of the 507 metre track. If anyone else knows anything more about it and why it is such a weird distance, maybe put it in the comments to this video. I'd be interested to hear. As well as heading down to the 507 metre track this week, I also signed up for the Athletics Victoria 12k cross country. Didn't really want to do it, wasn't that keen, but the team needed me, so I decided I'd do it. It was a long way, a long distance after just running park runs for so long, but I got through it. I had been sick during the week, so I didn't feel all that great, but I got it done, and that's the main thing.
So here's the chaos at the start of the 12k. Everyone lining up for the Judge of the Light Brigade. It hasn't started raining yet. Maybe it won't, but we shall see. Here we go. Let's look. Pumping that at the start. Not feeling so flashed. Settling in, feeling a bit better. Just got to keep the rhythm going. Getting really tough now, really tough. True cross country. Don't you love it?
the end of the race, I would have liked to have stuck around and spoken to a few people, but it poured with rain, absolutely bucketed down. So we got out of there as quick as we could. Anyway, that's another one in the bank, and we'll move on to whatever comes next week on the road to Daegu. Thanks for watching.